Are you a victim of domestic violence? Since 2013, From Ordinary to Extraordinary has helped over 3,000 women, and we want to continue to rebuild the community with one family at a time. Please make a donation or sign up for volunteer opportunities today at IamFote.org. No matter how you choose to get involved, know that every bit counts. From Ordinary to Extraordinary is a 501c3 nonprofit organization designed to empower women and girls that have experienced domestic violence.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap, tap, tap in.
On there, goddamn, it's on there. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 11 after the hour. We 11 minutes late because of me. Shawnee was here. Shawnee is back. Shawnee's not in the hospital bed. Shawnee's back in the studios. Yay for Shawnee. Hit the applause button again for Shawnee. Yay. I'll just do it. Don't worry about the Afro Queen. Good morning, Afro Queen. How you doing there, Afro Queen? It is. Why am I looking at my Cash App? You seen what my mind was at. I had my Cash App out. It's the 30th of January, the 30th day of 2023. January is a wrap, basically. It's January. How many days January got? 30 or 31? 31. So we almost done January.
Yeah, 31. Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Yep. Diane, good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Queen Born is in the building. Good morning, good morning. We all glad to see that Shawnee's back in the building. Shawnee is back in the studios. Yes, God is good. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't got upset yet from the community saying that we say God is a he. Because that's been a whole dilemma. James K. Williams, good morning, everybody. Glad to see Shawnee back live in full effect. Mike, how was your weekend? And did you have any special customers who test your gangster? No special customers tested my gangster. No, I'm lying. They did, but I'm in a new place. I'm in a new place. Shawnee, being back at home. When did you get home? You got home when? What day did you get home? Saturday. So
evening. Yeah,
Saturday evening. How's it feel? How are you feeling? How are you doing? How are your first 2 days back in civilization?
It felt good to be home, back in my bed. Oh, I just watched a lot of TV. That's all.
And we will get to that.
All I can do. Yes, watch a lot of TV. I can't really do too much of nothing because they send me home. I'm starting to think they sent me home too soon, but
I don't think so yet. I think so. But let's be clear. Whenever they send you home, it's too soon compared to the way they used to let you stay at the hospital. So it's always, you're probably right. They because I know when I was in the hospital, now that I review my situation, they sent me home too soon.
Yeah, I think they sent me home too soon because and then the pain medicine they give you, they send you home. Like they ain't sent me home with the right pain medicine.
Well, it's probably not the right pain medicine compared to the good stuff that you get when you're in the hospital.
Compared to the last time they sent me home, it's not. Yeah, it's not. This is not what that is. So I'm gonna have to make some phone calls today.
I'm speaking from a mindset of a substance abuser. Ain't no drugs hit you like the drugs that go through that IV, boy. Ain't no drug like a drug that they shoot up straight into your system. Whoo! God bless every heroin addict. I understand in a little way the power of the addiction that you have, because when that medicine is going through that IV, you can feel it going through your body, and you're just like, ah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I need right now. At least for like 2 more days.
James K., could we discuss those cops who beat the young man? That video wasn't cool, and I felt like there was way too much hate involved. Well, we're gonna get to all that. Yeah. And listen, it's a tragic situation. We'll talk about it. I have Memphis cop fatigue right now. to the point where I can't watch CNN or MSNBC or Fox, any of the news networks that are on cable. So, but we'll talk about it. So all in all, you think you should have stayed in the hospital longer?
Yeah, I think I need to be there.
Oh, you think you need to go back?
Well, no, I don't need to go back. They just need to send
Oh,
me some better medicine. No, I don't want to go back.
all
But
right.
no, they let me out. So, but I think they should give me some. They should up the. I think they should give me some better medicine.
Well, you know why they don't give you better medicine? Like, you know why they don't.
I think they should give me what they gave me the last time when they sent me home.
And there's probably you probably could call the doctor and ask for that because you got sent home with it before. But
Yeah.
all these doctors are nervous that if they send you with that medication, because that's why they don't want anybody getting hooked, and they don't want anything getting linked back to them about an addiction that started. So, but hey, I believe you. I don't believe you're an addict in any way. So you should get the medicine.
Yeah, they just need to give me the medicine I need.
Even though you start getting loopy and sending me text messages with Bible scriptures, but it's all good because I love your text messages. It don't matter. I already know when the meds are in your system, ain't no telling. Will I did some Nessa? Tam, good morning.
I send you Bible scriptures when I'm not on medicine. What are you talking?
I can tell when you be loopy record. One time you said okie dokie. You texting me back okie dokie. You ain't never said okie dokie. You ain't never text me
I
back.
think I could go through our thread and find a couple times where I've said okie dokie.
Bro, you ain't never said okie dokie. You ain't even sound right saying it. You ain't even sound right coming out your mouth. It ain't even sound right. Only way I know you better is that you putting the stuff on your lips. That's when I know you getting better. When you start putting the chapstick and all the stuff on your lips. What is that stuff right there? Is that just gloss or something?
Yeah, this is gloss. I got this stuff they gave me, the moisturizer in the hospital.
Afro Queen Tam, everybody. So what did you realize when you came home that you missed the most about being home? Because when we're in the hospital,
My bed. I always miss my bed the most.
the bed,
Yeah, my Tempur-Pedic.
the Tempur-Pedic. I've never had a Tempur-Pedic. I've never had a bed that you could adjust. I always thought that was overrated till you get one. And you be like, I like this. I got those. James says I got those good pain meds. The ones better than the hydros. I don't know. I'm not familiar. I know I've heard of hydros.
Yeah, I had the ones better than hydros too. But I don't need a lot. I just think like these days, like these maybe for like 2 days because the pain is ridiculous.
I'm saying like I go through it, but I know you're going through some severe pain, and your pain tolerance is pretty high. Well, very high. So the pain tolerance is something. But so the girls were happy to see you back in the house.
Yeah, they were happy to come home. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show right there. They were happy to come home. So and I was happy for them to come home too. So because they like being in their house and being comfortable. I'm just realizing something because I heard something last night and now I'm seeing what broke. They get home though and they get they get too comfortable.
Man.
I mean, but it's their home. But yeah, I'm seeing what broke now because I heard some fall and now I see what broke.
Unbelievable. Man, kids. You gotta love kids. Okay. Well, we're glad you're back. Hopefully Sexy Mo will pop on. For those who don't know, Jay Black's not here. Not because the Eagles lost, because obviously Jay Black would love to be gloating right now. The Eagles did win yesterday in a blowout. I've never seen a team knock out the first quarterback, then knock out the second quarterback, and then they had no quarterbacks, and they had to bring the first quarterback back in the game. But the first quarterback was still hurt, so he couldn't throw the ball. It was a mess. But congratulations.
That's crazy.
It was a mess. Yeah, he couldn't throw the ball. The whole stadium knew he couldn't throw the ball. Like he can't throw. He's still hurt from the first quarter. So that went down. Then the Kansas City Chiefs and the Bengals. So the Super Bowl is all set. The Philadelphia Eagles will play the Kansas City Chiefs because the NFL wanted the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm not getting into it.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that? What happened with
it was the most blatant attempt. I'm not saying the refs won the game, but in the fourth quarter, when Cincinnati had all the momentum, the refs decided that every call would go against the Cincinnati Bengals. It was an amazing display, and that's why I am so anti this Super Bowl, because the NFL does it to your face, and the announcers are hard pressed to go along with it. I missed what happened to the second quarter. He got a concussion. So, but the Kansas City Chiefs and the Bengals, I can't explain to you. Like, I could literally write down a list. Good morning, Ashley Newman, of calls that went against the Bengals. There was one time. I'm just giving you this one thing, right? So the officials say they're playing in Kansas City. The clock was wrong. So they stopped the game. They moved the ball up a half a yard in favor of Kansas City to adjust the ball, which nobody talks about. And then the play happens. Before the play happens, the official gets on his microphone and says, when I will begin the clock. Please adjust the clock to 10 minutes and 20 whatever seconds. The clock will begin on my command, right? That's what he says to 80,000 people.
Okay.
He turns off his thing. He blows the whistle, which is his command.
Right.
Boom. The play starts. Patrick Mahomes takes the snap. He gets sacked. Everybody's like, wow, they sacked him. The Bengals are going to get the ball. Everything pauses again. Now the players have gone on the field so they can punt the ball, because Kansas City was a third down. The players are already on the field. The same black guy comes on and says, basically he says, we got to do the play over because they never ran the clock when he said on my command. Now they're playing in Kansas City. One of the officials during the play was about to run in and say, stop the play, when the play was already in the middle of it. But he decided not to. He went, oh, never mind. And he went back. So the sack of Patrick Mahomes, they had to do the play over again. The announcers didn't even know what the hell was going on. They had to find an angle. But I don't even want to get too deep, because I might have to do a sports podcast today. When the NFL and the NBA, when they want a narrative, they want a team to be in a certain situation, they will make it damn near impossible for you to beat that team. Good morning, Don Page.
Good morning.
They would make it damn near impossible for you to. I can't even tell you about pass interference calls. I can't even tell you about holding pen. I can't even tell you about a intentional grounding, and it just went on and on and on and on and on. Like, I felt bad. And then in actuality, what happened was it was a good call, that it was roughing the passer at the end of the game that moved him up so the field goal could be made, so Kansas City could be in the Super Bowl. But that is sports. If y'all don't think, there's an NBA official who has a whole documentary on how he fixed games in the NBA. Has a whole thing. He went to jail for it. He fixed games. They were Laker games. And he was like, he was in on gambling. So don't think that the NFL and the NBA is much different than watching wrestling. But nobody cares, because everybody's so addicted to it. Everybody's so addicted to these games that nobody cares.
Right.
And when your team is the chosen one, when your team has a storyline, then you don't care that the refs are on your side. I saw it with my team, with the Giants. The Giants played a game with the Commanders, the Washington Commanders. They literally stole this game from the other team. So I'm telling you, they stole the game from my Giants. 2 back-to-back plays, they stole the game from them. But I realize what it is now to try and tell people. That's why I'm like, I'm not a leader. Because don't nobody listen to leaders. Don't nobody care. Nobody cares. They don't. And then when a leader dies, don't nobody get the leader the credit for taking a stand. They just say, I think it was like 8 months ago, B. Simone came up here, and they was not up here, but did a thing on a podcast complaining that Martin Luther King cheated on a Coretta Scott. That's what we're gonna bring up. We're gonna bring up him cheating on his. We're not gonna bring up. We're not gonna bring up the fact why he was killed. That's why, man. Whatever, man. There's certain point like we get what we deserve. We give it. I know I went from football to Martin Luther King, but all right. Y'all go watch it. Y'all go. Anyway, my weekend was fine. Everything was all good. I had to buy my twins new cell phones because one of the twins' cell phone was just not even turning on. And then if you buy one twin a cell phone, you got to buy both. You got to buy both. And I love them. I don't mind doing what I got to do, but that's a whole. In 2023, it should not take that long to buy two damn cell phones. Like, why are you obligated to be in a cell phone, Verizon or whatever? You're obligated it's like buying a car. You have to be there for at least 2 hours.
Yep, a lot of paperwork.
Kathy Black and Ma, what's going on? Welcome back, Shawn. I did not know, but I did learn something. at the Verizon store. Do you know you could change your own number, Shawnee, on your phone?
No.
You could change. There's a setting in your phone for Verizon. There's a setting that you could change your own number. They have numbers that are open that you can change your own number on your phone. So if you have I'm going by my iPhone, and you got Verizon, you could change. I thought that was pretty cool that I have the option. I can change my own number if I wanted to.
That's interesting.
Even though I've had this number for so long. All right. What you want to get into, girl? Because it's just me and you.
I don't know. We talked about the games. We didn't talk about the shows I watched.
Yeah.
The season of Why Women Kill.
Why Women Kill you watch? Yeah. You also watch. We both watched.
Did you finish the first season?
Yeah, I finished the first season of Why Women Kill.
Well, did you start the second season yet?
No, I started a little bit, but I didn't want to get invested. Because I'm particular. I got invested in those characters from the first season, and I saw there's new characters for the second season. That I wasn't invested in them yet, so no.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. I'm telling you, you gotta watch it. I felt the same way when I started it. I was like, but the first season, the first characters are all gone, so you got to get new season, and so it makes sense. They had to come up with a new storyline, but they even go farther back in time this time. And it stays on one person instead of the three different storylines like it did.
They're gonna go so far back. It's gonna be a plantation. They're gonna be slaves in it. They're gonna keep going back.
Oh, you gotta come on and watch it.
I am. I watched a bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna get on that. Why Women Kill is good. So if y'all check it out.
Then I finally watched. I started watching Wednesday too. I haven't watched it.
Me and Shawnee were talking about that. Talk to me. The story of Petey Green, played by Don Cheadle. I couldn't believe Shawnee. Anybody who's ever on radio needs to watch Talk to Me.
Every time it's on, I catch it when it's going off. So I never watch it, but I'm gonna go look for it and sit down and watch it. But I did watch The Best Man. The
final chapters.
The final chapters of The Best Man. And it was all right.
You're crazy. Everybody.
Like the first couple of episodes was on fire. And then the end, I was like, but
the end was the best part. You must have been taking your meds, because I was like, oh, the party, how they found out his son was whatever he was. He wasn't trans. He was bisexual, whatever. When they found out
he was binary.
Binary, yeah. That was great. The party, the heart attack, I thought it was great. Like we talked about it. I thought The Best Man. I would have watched it in the movies.
Robin, and
I thought that was a great.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was messed up, but see, that right there, as you said, she started acting like that because she realized he didn't love her. He really never loved her. And that's why
he loved her. He loved her. He was never in love with her.
Well, in love with her, whatever. That right there. That's why I will never, ever tell a man that I'm interested in him for that reason right there. Because if that man ain't doing,
that don't make no sense.
Yes, it does. Because she went through all that. She married that man knowing that he felt that way about what's the girl Jordan?
That is a totally different.
Had his baby.
That's a totally different subject than
No, it's not.
that makes no sense. Not saying if you're interested in a man and the person that you say you're interested into, you know that they still have feelings for somebody else. That's two different things. That's two whole different things. That's two whole different things. That shouldn't stop you from letting people know you're interested in them. And then when you let them know and they let you know you're interested. But anyway, the whole thing with Robin was taking a kid. The best man final chapter, even though we laid on it, is the gift and the curse of having friends that close. Because everybody is always in everybody's business all the time. 24/7. Everybody is always in everybody's business. So you taking my kid, nah, it dragged on for 8. It didn't drag on for 8. Where were you when we talked about it? It was a no for me. Harper could have went to. Why would Harper go to Ghana?
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. He really wasn't into her like that. And then her saying, I'm going to take this baby to Ghana. She know that was a mess. Now, you know, you going all the way. It's not like she said, I'm moving to Las Vegas. I'm moving to California. I'm moving to Nebraska. She moving all the way to Ghana, and it's because that
was her payback.
That's what I'm saying. So if a man is not showing you, you cannot make a man feel a way about you that he doesn't. And so that's why I say, nah, I would never put myself in that predicament. Now, it's one thing if we get together, we both in love, the man loves me, he's showing me that he's in love with me, and then it just don't work out. That's one thing. But when you sitting over there trying to finagle some stuff, because the whole time this movie been going on, Harper has always been the one writing. Harper has always been the one carrying the family. And she's been doing her catering. She's been a chef. I don't want to dumb it down, but she's been a chef. But she didn't get all in until they went over there for Q's wedding and she met the Bohemian woman or the Jamaican woman that had her own little stand.
But she found her passion. And I'm not mad. Sometimes it takes people longer to find their passion. I'm mad that like Tam just said, he could have done his writing in Ghana. That wasn't the point. He had a whole movie deal. He can't just go to Ghana and not be there for meetings that people want to see him. Yeah, they be like, you could Zoom and Ghana. It's a whole different continent. If that was the case, everybody famous would just move wherever they want to be in the mix. The daughter crying in the car for me did it for me. Lordy, so the toxic relationship worked, but not Harper and Robin. It happens. And I can't stand the fact that now y'all want to bring up Q is selfish and all this is all about you. That ain't got nothing. See, this is the problem. That ain't got nothing to do with her taking my kid. Everything you could say is true. That has nothing to do with taking a child to another continent. That has nothing to do with it.
Who said Q was selfish?
They all did. Not they all did. What's his name? Who did the MMA said he broke them down when they got into the art when it all popped off at their party. He was like, it's all about you. It's always been all about you. And every
Harper.
Yeah.
Harper was selfish, not Q.
Yes, Harper was selfish. It's always been about Robin was the ultimate. She was the ultimate villain. She was the ultimate, but not the ultimate villain just for one part. I got why she was mad. I got her point. The only time I didn't get her point is when you say you taking the kid to Ghana. She was right. It's just that she was trying to be in this relationship and he's always been all about him. It's always been all about his career. He has taken his career and his career has come first in front of everything. I don't care if it's friendships. I don't care if it's marriages. Just think about it. He put that movie out and wanted her to see a movie. So one of the highlighted scenes is him smashing his boy's girl in college.
Yeah, but he asked her and she was supportive. This is the part that get me. She was supportive of all of this. Like, yeah, go do it. That's how they started. They started with his career being the main thing. If you start that way, what makes you think at some point this is just gonna all change?
No, I agree with that, but it's still selfish because he took it to a point. But here goes James K. We're talking about the best man's final chapters. She gave the man 20 years and supported him on everything. All she asked was the restaurant, which he didn't get. Then she wanted him to give up 1 month, and he didn't. He didn't give back when she gave him. Now you sound all right. Number one, let me explain how we sound. All she asked for was a restaurant. That's it.
No, she was asking for more than a restaurant, but I get
But
that.
she wanted that. She wanted that club, and they never gave us the price on what the club was.
But he didn't follow through on it. So I mean, I get that he could have followed through on that. She would have had what she wanted, and then he wouldn't have heard nothing about going on his meetings and this, that, and the other. Because she would have what she wanted.
No, and I get it, but remember, in this whole situation, he approached her. So it still goes against your philosophy on why you won't tell somebody you like somebody.
I don't go against my philosophy.
It does, because that doesn't even make any sense. Because the reason, can I finish? Can I just finish? The reason why the relationship didn't work out wasn't because she hollered at him. It was because he did exactly what you said you need to be done. It had nothing to do with her showing interest in him in the beginning, initiating the relationship. That's why it doesn't make any sense that you're correlating that.
When she saw that this man is not as in love with me as I thought he was, she kept right on moving along with it from the first movie. When you see that, when somebody show you something, you better believe it. It's not going to change. It's not going to change.
But that's a different point. Then that's the reason why I want to approach somebody. That point is, if you feel like it's not right, then get out when you can get out. Don't think things are going to change. Lady Q with a Q comment from Woke Up Inspired is hit us up. The point was Harper only cared about Harper. She wanted her passion fulfilled, and he traveled a lot anyway. Why she's supposed to leave her with him? No, she's not supposed to. Listen, I couldn't leave Jersey and have my daughter. Those were the rules. She couldn't leave, and when in my situation, she left Philly. She left Philly. Those are just you gonna follow your passion. Well, you going to follow your passion from New York or somewhere that's not Ghana. But what up, Lady Q? That part, James. He was selfish. He was definitely selfish. I mean, but was he selfish, or was the fact that he knew his passion from the day he graduated college, and it took her a while to find her passion? And then she needed him to finance the passion.
That's what I'm saying. His salary has been, his career has been taking care of the relationship. That's how this all started. So, that wasn't gonna work. But women, sometimes we think that we gonna trick a situation the way we want it. No, it don't work like that. Don't matter that you gave him 20, 30 years. You knew 20, 30 years ago that there was something there that lets you know, okay, this is going to be a problem, and I'm going to have to try to figure out how to get him to do this. Well, I'll do this, and that'll make him do this. No, it won't. However that man acting is how that man is acting.
We can go back and forth with the Harper could travel. Well, Lady Q comment, brought to you by Woke Up Inspired, but Harper could go around the world. No, he went to L.A. He didn't go around the world. He went to LA. That's what he did. But at the end of the day, Harper's selfishness was I'm just so funny because we taking both different sides. Harper's selfishness is that Harper knew who he was into, but Harper liked to keep the status quo on having his wife, his kid, and obviously he loved his daughter, and they both loved their daughter. And that was the problem. And Shawnee stated that. They both knew. Not just her. They both knew. They both knew there was something missing. They were both unequally yoked on their relationship. They were not, neither one of them had the same interest. Neither one of them had the same interest in each other's situation. Mm-hmm. He went wherever he needed to without worry. He went to LA. I get it. She went to Ghana. I mean, She went someplace where he can't see his child within 4 or 5 hours.
But she went, and I'm sorry, y'all, because these medicines are tripping me out. But it wasn't an issue. Him going to LA wasn't an issue until they went for Q's wedding and she met the lady with the little cabana. And she decided that she wanted to do that, which ain't nothing wrong with her deciding that she wants her own thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But when this has been what it is, this ain't gonna just change overnight.
No, it's not gonna change overnight. But Harper was selfish because Harper let that thing. Look, it depends on what you want to put up with. She shouldn't have put up with certain things from Harper, and Harper, it's a relationship, so there's really not a good guy or a bad guy. My over the top is when she was like, "I'm going to Ghana." No, you're not going to Ghana. You can go to Ghana. You can go to Ghana. And that whole make believe thing that all of a sudden they talked him into, he realized he was right. Every one of my friends could tell me. Our friendship would have been over. Everybody who came at me at that party, it would have been a wrap after that. James K said at the end of the day, he missed her. He missed her. He wished he could get her back. And that I don't see how he wished he can get her back.
I don't see that because he was over there with Jordan.
And I don't even understand the ending with the Jordan. I know they didn't want to make it happily ever after, but the bottom line is y'all was supposed to be together. But for some reason, the movie didn't want that to happen. Like, I just can't sit here till you get over so and so. And I was like, what? This whole time, you've been scandalous this whole time. Now the man doesn't have anybody. Now you talk about this is typical of women. This whole time you've been scandalous with this dude. Going behind this woman's back that you sit in front of her face the entire time at all these functions and try to act like you all good. Now, when she's out the picture, she goes, well, I just can't be your rebound. I can't be the person. What? You could be the scandalous B the entire years of this relationship?
I hate they did that with Jordan because I wish they would have just let her just stay in her lane and really be a friend and not go there.
Because
Because she brought some of that on too.
In the majority of situations when go ahead, go back to that comment. I'm trying to get the comments. Let me go before Nikki. At the end of the movie where okay. He was sitting on the couch. No, he was sitting on the couch in his feelings because he didn't have his family. Not because he didn't have her, because he didn't have his daughter. That's why he was sitting in his feelings. And Mr. MMA, I'm glad y'all came to play cards with me. And I'm glad. Look, I'm petty like that. Mr. MMA, your insecurities, don't put that on me.
Yeah, now his character, he needed to find himself a long time ago. Don't be mad at me. Because he asked all of them, how do y'all feel about me putting this movie out? And then the thing about it, that was the other thing that got me, and maybe I went too real world with it. It's like, when you sell the rights to your movie, you get the EP on it, but the people that bought it have creative control. So it don't matter how you created these characters. They're going to do what they want to do with these characters.
You know what made me laugh about that, Shawnee, is that he was mad about how he was portrayed in Harper's movie. And in my mind, I did what you did with The Real World. I said, bitch, that's how you're being portrayed in this movie.
Yeah, it's like,
this is how you're being portrayed in this movie.
But that's how you was acting. You was acting like that.
That's what it is. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you want. I don't know what. It just made me giggle. How I was. He so mad. I ain't no dog. This how you. That was your role in the movie that you're actually playing. That you're mad about. I said whatever. I enjoyed it. Like I would have went to the movies to see that. Like I enjoyed it. Now on the other hand, I watched and Shawnee watched You People with Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah.
Jonah Hill. Neil Long was actually in that one also. Julia Dreyfus. Lauren London. Now Eddie Murphy, that to me was really just okay.
Lauren London has gained a lot of weight. She looks good. She carries her weight well.
There was so much, and I don't even want to unpack it. It was just really okay. I support it. It was like I knew what was going to happen before it happened. I already knew they were going to have 17 scenes on the racial awkwardness of a Jewish family dealing with a black girl and a black militant family dealing with a white Jewish kid who has whack ass tattoos on. They couldn't have done better than one of them tattoos. That was some Tyler Perry tattoos he had, but they might be his real tattoos.
Those are real tattoos?
I don't know. If they are, you gotta do a lot better than that. And Jonah Hill's probably into hip hop. Stacey Mitchell, I thought the same thing. I didn't think it was corny. I just thought it was the same type of scene over and over and over again. You people, I wasted my wine and popcorn on that one. Well, hey Tam, I wasted snacks. I ain't waste wine and popcorn. I think I might have wasted. I think I got a meal for that. No, I had snacks. I had snacks downstairs. Yeah. Like I think Jonah Hill could be in hip hop, but it's funny how when Jonah Hill would talk to certain people, there was no hip hop lingo in his dialect. But once he talked to Lauren London, it was like for sure. No, for sure. Yeah. Like once the Lauren London situation came up, thank you, Tam. There was no chemistry between Lauren London and Hill, Jonah. There was no. It was so unbelievable. It was so unbelievable. I didn't even want to imagine them in an intimate situation. I don't even think they kissed until the wedding.
Did they? They didn't?
Yeah, Tam, she hugged him like a straight friend for real.
I mean, I know they were in the bed together at one point.
The most intimate scene they did was when they were playing, their feet were touching each other. I was like, what? This like Jonah Hill's a big Hollywood name, so I get why you and Jonah Hill is a good actor. Even when the basketball scene, it wasn't believable. The basketball scene wasn't even believable. Like, you people.
You didn't think he could have got it together and started having a good game?
No, I would have done him dirty. Like, really dirty.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Love the music on Nip and Pop. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They brought up Marathon.
And the Nip, the scene, the little sightings that we saw.
Yeah, they brought it up in the dialogue, and it was just thrown together. Wasn't great. I rolled up Friday night to watch it. And we're trying to do the best we can without going in, because I appreciate who's the guy, the creator of Blackish? What's his name?
Whatever his name is. Once I realized he wrote it, then it made sense, because his writing is never complete to me.
Well, Blackish, he had a lot of right. Blackish was complete to me. But that's what it felt like. It felt like a bunch of sitcom scenes of the awkward scenes in Blackish got put to, instead of it being 30 minutes, it was an hour and an hour and a half of just, hey, here's another scene of a white guy and a black guy. Here's another scene of a black woman and a Jewish lady in the car. And
I think the best scenes were with Jonah Hill and the girl that he did the podcast with. Those are the scenes that I enjoyed the most, listening to them have their dog.
No, and you're 1,000% right. You're 1,000% right. And Words in Paris. I knew once I heard the song where they were gonna go.
Yeah. Niggas in Paris.
I said, here we go. I said, here we gonna get to that. We gonna use that song to Eddie was he was funny. He had his moments. He was funny. But I don't know. It was just, I definitely was I was disappointed. The kicks was fly. Yeah, the kicks were fly. They made sure that we were gonna make sure how addicted we are to motherfucking Nikes. We were gonna make sure to show the addiction we have for that, boy. Soul Man was better than this when the white boy pretended to be black. No, Soul Man, a lot of people don't, if you don't remember Soul Man, that was good. That was good. If I remember, you know what? Soul Man. Let me write that down, see if maybe I should watch Soul Man again to see if it holds weight now, like 20 years later. So yeah, I love The Best Man. Shawnee said that was okay, and she said You People was okay. I should have known by the name it was
The
okay.
Best Man was better than You People.
No,
Much
it was
better.
a whole lot better. It was in a whole stratosphere better. And
Yeah,
shout to that.
Wednesday is better than You People.
Yeah, she was watching Wednesdays. I'm not
I
watching Wednesdays.
mean,
I was an Adams.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm not getting into Wednesday. I was an Adams Family fan, but I watched the Munsters. Like the Adams Family was just too dark for me. I watched the Munsters back in the day.
You would like Wednesday though,
I probably would.
It's about the little girl.
Yeah,
you know what? I didn't know what to expect, and I grew up watching the Addams Family and loved it. But I really like this. I enjoy this a little bit better.
Okay, so
our weather is bad here. It's 20 degrees here, so there's some school closings.
Y'all close schools when it's too cold. It's gonna be in the 50s today out here, and we excited. Everybody's excited over here in Jersey. Everybody's so excited that it's gonna be 50. There's gonna be the weather people's like, expect a beautiful day on Monday. Expect a so it's cold over there in Texas, but
yeah, they got schools closed. They're closing more. They're sending more closing.
I'm sure kids are happy. I would be elated. 20 degrees. We'd be sending our kids to school out here. Just bundle up. Bundle up, little homie. James K. Williams said, hell, Tropic Thunder was better than You People. Well, it was, even when they made the comment about You People. Yep. Facts.
I don't know what Tropic Thunder. What is
Robert Downey played a black guy in Tropic Thunder. I think they were in the military. And it was a movie that Kevin Hart was supposed to do, but he didn't. And the young man who I've interviewed and done shows with did it. Oh, what is his name? You know who we're talking? Oh, God, we got to do better with this.
Right?
Oh, so speaking of movies, while I'm watching the football games, they are promoting this movie, and I'm not lying to you, y'all. If you watch the football game, I miss being in Detroit because when it's cold, we still go to school. Real talk. There's a movie called Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Wow.
Now, you would think that's just like a metaphor for something. Cocaine Bear. There's going to be some big drug dealer. No, it's an actual bear. And no, it's an actual bear. And I'm going to tell you how crazy the world we live in is right now. This storyline, I Googled Cocaine Bear because I wanted to know what this was about. It's an actual bear that gets its hands on cocaine and does the cocaine.
How does the bear do the cocaine?
Does the cocaine. Somehow or another eats the cocaine and starts killing.
What?
No, I'm not even. I'm telling you, this is so ridiculous. Let me tell you something. This just proves my point on how dumb we are in society. I downloaded that last night. I'm going to watch it today. Hold up. Where's the Cocaine Bear? Cocaine Bear. I'm gonna give y'all.
Says it was a true story.
Oh my God. Let me find out if this is a true story or not.
The bear ate the cocaine.
Hold up. This is what they give you. After a 500-pound black bear consumes a significant amount of cocaine and embarks on a drug-fueled rampage, an eccentric gathering of cops, criminals, tourists, and teenagers assembled in a Georgia forest. It doesn't say here is a true story. It doesn't say any. So a bear does too much cocaine and then starts killing people. And it's a black bear. It can be seen on Amazon Prime, AMC Plus, Apple TV Plus. It doesn't say nowhere here that this is a true story, yo. Want to watch. It doesn't say no. It's a bear. Let me see. 2023. Let me see if this gives me more details on the movie Cocaine Bear. It says an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teens converge in Georgia where a 500-pound black bear goes into a murderous rampage after unintentionally digesting cocaine. I can't believe this is a true story, but hey. Hold up, they got 2 critical reviews.
Yeah, they didn't want
I
to- I don't know.
let me see. Let me see if I can get a critical. No, it's gonna take me to a whole bunch of other stuff. Listen, if this is a true story, I saw a trailer for cocaine. I was sitting there going like, what? But me and Rodney Perry were going back and forth on the text messages. And let me tell you how ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that after I saw the video, the commercial, the trailer, I said, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch the 500. I want to see exactly what Shawnee said. How did he do this much cocaine, and why didn't the cocaine ever wear off? Like how? So this cocaine.
Okay, it's loosely based on events of a drug smuggling operation that went badly wrong in September of 1985. So it is loosely based on some real events.
Yeah, so that means they went, when they say loosely, that means they took it somewhere totally different. They was like, wow, this is a good little story, and now we're going to create a whole fantasy world. But I'm going to watch Cocaine Bear. I'm going to watch it. I don't know about y'all, but that's how low my SAT scores are right now. I'm going to go watch Cocaine Bear. And you know what's scary about watching Cocaine Bear? Is that there's a good chance I'm going to like Cocaine Bear more than I like you people. Watch, I'm going to like Cocaine Bear a whole hell of a lot more than I like you people. So Cocaine Bear. And I'm trying to stay on.
Okay, while the movie depicts a murderous bear run amok after accidentally ingesting a bag of cocaine and getting into increasingly violent confrontations with locals, the real-life animal appeared to harm no one but itself after it reportedly came across the drugs in Georgia in 1985. So he didn't attack nobody, but he did eat the cocaine.
So there was a bear. I'm gonna say there was a bear in the forest who found some cocaine. I'm assuming. I'm gonna do assumptions right now. Found some cocaine that was stashed out there in the stash spot. Broke in, ate the cocaine, and started doing crazy stuff. Started slamming his head against trees and and white people done turned to black bear, not a polar bear, not the white polar
bear in Georgia.
No, I'm saying they loosely based. It could have happened.
A black bear or a brown bear.
Either way, it's either black or brown. It's always black or brown that the bear had to ingest a bunch of cocaine.
The black bear or brown bear.
So I'm going to watch this, and this is a homework assignment for everybody watching. I want everybody to watch Cocaine Bear. And I want, yes, I'm promoting Cocaine Bear. I've never done cocaine in my life. I'm promoting Cocaine Bear. DJ Super, Black Excellence Night, March 4th in San Antonio with the Spurs, March 25th, Phoenix with the Suns. Go ahead, clap it up for DJ Super working. Go ahead, DJ Super. I see you on tour. Go ahead, homie. Go ahead. March 4th. Oh, don't forget, I'll promote that later. So homework assignment. We're all gonna watch Cocaine Bear.
Okay.
And I want you to be honest and tell me if you like it or not.
Okay.
And then we're gonna decide, is it better than you people? Because I believe a bear
better than you.
I believe a bear on cocaine is better than you people.
Yeah.
I believe the whole right there, you people is going to be overshadowed by Cocaine Bear. Boom. Absolutely. So I want everybody to watch it. That's right. I'm promoting something, and we ain't getting no money for it. We ain't getting no money for it.
No money. We ain't even getting no cocaine.
We ain't even getting no cocaine. We ain't even getting no cocaine. Burr, 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 burr. We're not even getting that. But I'm gonna put 75 cents on it. That Cocaine Bear is gonna be a lot more entertaining than let me not talk about you people and that whack ass ending with that whack wedding where
yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, that was. Don't y'all ever come at Tyler Perry for some of the stuff that don't you ever come at him if you watched you people. So Cocaine Bear, we're gonna watch that and we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna discuss the bear that did too much cocaine.
Oh, shout out to everybody in DeSoto. If you're in DeSoto, your after school activities have been canceled due to the
Are
weather.
you the weather person today?
Yeah, like because it's like steady updating. Like it's serious.
Oh, hit the top of the hour. It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m. over there in Central Standard Time. It's a lot earlier on the West Coast. Oh,
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top, yeah.
Tap in.
it is the 30th of January. We got one more day left in January, and it's off to February, and we're closer to my birthday, March 2nd. Okay, as I was telling y'all about all these movies and Netflix movies and all types of stuff and things we watch, I came across, and I didn't send Shawn the video, but I did send the video to the group. And there's this thing on TikTok, and I actually went to YouTube, and I forget the name, where a bunch of famous actors get together and they're interviewed. And it's a very interesting interview. Like famous people like Robert De Niro, Jamie Foxx, Tom Hanks, Will Smith, Samuel L. Jackson, who says something funny at the end of this. So Will Smith, for those who don't know, fun fact, the movie Django.
I got the video of Will
Oh, you
Smith.
do have the video? Oh, you do have the video? Let's play the video so y'all can see how full of shit Will Smith really is.
Okay, you don't want to set it up? You just want me to play it?
I just want y'all to hear that Will Smith was he signed to do Jamie Foxx's role. He was the original person who was supposed to play Django. He was original. He was supposed to be in that movie that we all watched, and I superiorly enjoyed it. I loved Django. I loved the fact that the slaves fought back. I love the fact that finally we got one movie they was a Nat Turner movie, but obviously that ended tragically. Okay, so play the clip on why Will Smith says he didn't do the movie. So full of shit.
It said yes to Django. To me, it's as perfect a story as you could ever want. A guy that learns how to kill to retrieve his wife that has been taken, as a slave. Like, to me, that idea is perfect. And it was just that Quentin and I couldn't see. I wanted to make the greatest love story that African Americans had ever seen from American cinema.
They did that, or is Love Jones.
Right. I love that. I wanted to make that movie so badly, but with that story, I felt the only way I could make that movie is it had to be a love story, not a vengeance story. I don't believe in violence as the reaction to violence. No, like, violence begets violence. For me, I just couldn't connect to violence being the answer. Love had to be the answer.
Would have balanced out that Wild Wild West scale.
Now, of course, I love Samuel Jackson, how much he don't give a damn about the bullshit that Will's talking. Violence begot violence. He wanted to turn Django into a love story. First of all, it was still a love story.
Yeah.
Because the reason the violence came is because he was going to get his wife.
Yeah.
So let's not even get into the Chris Rock bullshit. Let's not even get into the fact that violence begot violence over a joke. But you ain't want to do a movie where violence begot violence over slavery. But a joke about your wife's hair was okay. That was okay to spark off violence, Will. Like, are you kidding me right now? A movie of African slaves finally being able to fight back, which they could have, but they didn't have the supplies and the weapons to do it. But you're going to tell me you turned down the movie because you wanted the shit to be a love story? Finally, there's a different point of view where actually at the end, he fights back and he wins.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part about it is, I didn't see the whole interview, but Samuel Jackson has to be sitting there and saying, so, dog, what's it? Samuel Jackson has to be sitting there going like, you so full of shit, dog.
So when did they do this interview, though?
I don't know.
After the
Oh, no. It was way before. It had to be way before.
Because, I was thinking Samuel Jackson would have been like, but you just slapped Chris Rock.
I don't even know how you turn and how you say this should be so that means how many movies have you done that are laced in violence?
Bad Boys. Wild Wild West. Was there violence in Men in Black?
Yeah, there was violence in Men in Black.
Independence Day.
So it was okay to shoot down the aliens and have violence begot violence, but it wasn't okay for slaves to fight back. Oh, that's a doll. It needs to be a love story. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be about. It shouldn't be about, kidnapping millions of Africans and bringing them in, and they kill their kids in there, and they take away their names, and they rape their wives, and they hang and lynch children, and they kill fathers in front of their mothers, and they separate people, and they brainwash them with a religion that has nothing to do with their religion. That ain't worth violence. I mean, the more you talk, the more I realize you're just a child of Hollywood. That's all I see.
So you got a different view of Will Smith now?
Dog, nobody is a bigger Will Smith fan, but this all scene, that is so I'm trying to look like the bigger person in front of everybody. I'm trying to show everybody that I'm such a gentle, rational man who thinks that love is the answer of all. It seems like such an act to me, because reading that script, I don't understand where number one, you didn't see the love story. And number two, what would you do if somebody did something to your wife, Will?
Slap him in the mouth.
Thank you. But they stole his wife, and he went back to bring her back. I don't even understand how this make believe. This is a circus. Like, I can't even fathom how Will's stupid movie he done was basically the same as Django. So it has to be another reason. Of course,
what stupid
movie? The movie that just bombed in Emancipation. I didn't see the movie, so I can't tell you.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
We ain't the only ones who didn't see it. We ain't the only. We should do a field trip. Or that should be a homework. No, or it was in the movie theaters, but I don't think it's not in the movie theaters anymore. I love Will Smith, yo. I actually, Will Smith was one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram, because out of all the people, he made me feel good when I watched his IG. Like he really did. But this is remarkable to say that violence begot violence. Yes, it does.
What if that's how he felt at that time, whenever the interview happened, but at this time he feels a different way, because people do evolve.
Did you see the interviews he did when he was promoting Emancipation? When he was back into character? When he did all the interviews and he was right back in character? He was right back in character. Right, he was right back in character. He was right.
No. I didn't even realize a movie came out. I didn't even realize he had a movie come out.
Oh, he was on every pod. He was on from Drink Champs to Trevor.
He was on Drink Champs?
Yeah, he was. No. He was on $1 Million a Game. He was on Trevor Noah. He was on everything.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He was on everything promoting this movie.
I wasn't paying attention.
Let me tell you how crazy Quentin Tarantino, who he's done a lot of shady shit that I'm not really I look at him differently now. I've seen some stuff, but Quentin Tarantino must have looked at him like, dog, you're crazy right now. Do you know how much Quentin Tarantino had to disagree with this dude to say, I'm not going to put Will Smith in a movie? And this is when Will Smith, way before the Chris Rock Will Smith, it was produced with the help of Apple.
I guess the Will Smith's new movie.
I guess it was Will Smith's new movie.
But I just can't see Will Smith being like that. Like, Will Smith has always seemed like Jamie Foxx is a perfect one. You know, he got the right amount of little rough edges around to be like, I can't see Will Smith being like that. Even Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. It just seemed corny to me.
Facts. Yeah. When I saw that,
I could see Chris Rock slapping Will Smith before I can see Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
I did, yeah. I mean, I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that one either. But Jamie Foxx did a great job. You might have a point that might have changed. Even though Will Smith's a great actor, so we see actors who turn into different people. Like Robin Williams, the comedian, he was a murderer in a movie. He was crazy in a movie. He was Well, I'm not taking away from his acting skills. Like if he would have went full in to be that person, it might have worked. But Jamie, Jamie
It
was
just been a cinematic production with Will Smith there. Yeah, he's a good actor, but with Jamie Foxx, it seemed like oh, this really could have happened. With Jamie Foxx doing it, but with Will Smith, it's like you walk out of it knowing, oh, that was a good movie.
But that would have been another transformation if Will would have killed that. No pun intended. Would have killed that character. Was Jamie Foxx nominated for an Oscar? Did he win an Oscar? Or was he nominated for something for Django? Did he get nominated for something?
I don't know.
I bet you Will would have.
Let me ask the Google machine.
Ask the Google machine. Was Jamie Foxx nominated for an Oscar for that?
I really should have Alexa up here to ask her.
But anyway, I thought that was interesting that Will Smith actually made that statement. That was something that I couldn't even. I was like, okay, all right, okay. Let's get to it, man. I have a very interesting person on TikTok who made a video that said there are 5 things you can get canceled for.
I think he said 10.
Did he say 10?
Yeah, it's 10.
Oh, he got 10 things, and he said, "I'm gonna say them. These are the 10 things that can get you canceled." He claims, in his opinion. And I want y'all to listen and see if there's some that you agree with and the ones you don't.
10 unpopular musical opinions.
This is a video, right?
Canceled.
Yep.
Okay.
If Lizzo wasn't a big girl, she'd be just another cute-faced R&B chick taking off her clothes for attention. And let's be very real. Lizzo being obese and wearing clothes that are size inappropriate is her gimmick. Tupac is the most overrated.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
His lyrics were basic.
Wait, I gotta get over there.
Okay. He claims the first thing that you can get canceled for is saying Lizzo is a gimmick. This is his words, her being obese and wearing tiny clothes. If she was not obese, she'd just be another pretty face who's an R&B chick. Agree or disagree, Shawnee?
Agree.
Anybody in the comments, agree or disagree with that first comment that can get you canceled? Go to the next. Now, this one is about Tupac, so let's go to Tupac.
Okay.
Tupac is the most overrated rapper of all time. His lyrics were basic and remedial at best. Brenda's got a baby. Brenda's barely got a brain. It's a damn shame. She barely even knows her name. Mind-blowing stuff.
All right, stop right there.
Here are your answers for Lizzo.
Lizzo, Random Rick. Agree. Okay, you agree. Agree. Okay, Erica agrees. James K. Williams agrees. Okay, all right. So far, we agree. Now, I agree with the comment, but I agree with him because of how the business is. I think Lizzo is talented. I think she's super talented. Yes. But I think they have to have an angle on how we promote you. So this has nothing to do with Lizzo's talents. Now, this one about Tupac being overrated, if you go to any rapper, any singer, and you dissect and take a certain part of their lyrics, you can find some basic stuff that's on their songs. I don't believe Tupac was overrated. Because we can go to Beyonce, one of the greatest. Erica said not agree. We can go to Beyonce and one of the greatest of all time. And if we dissect every lyric she ever sung and we just take one, we can always get it. James K. Brenda Got a Baby was a perfect example of how having sex at a young age. But he was really trying to show you how crazy family or people can be. 1000% agree, James. who's a great rapper is a bit subjective. It's always subjective on great rappers, but to say he's overrated, I don't think Tupac is overrated. Do people's legends become bigger when they die young? Of course. Do they become bigger when they die young? Yes, of course. That's what happens in every aspect. I don't care what it is. When a person dies young and they're in the entertainment business, things change. River Phoenix died young. So people say River Phoenix was going to be one of the greatest actors of all time. Get the out of here on Pac. Okay, next one.
I will say that his vocal tone
His
and his
vocal
delivery
tone.
were both great. Drake's lyrics sound like he's reading from the journal of a prepubescent little girl. And rumor has it that he has a thing for little girls. Hello, God. It's me, Aubrey.
Go ahead, keep going,
The
girl.
Grammys should have a new category: Best Ghostwriter. That way you'll know that your favorite R&B singers and rappers don't write their own stuff. Instead, they're just saying someone else's words and ideas. Not that you'd care.
Okay, stop right there. Shawnee, do you think the Grammy should have an award for ghostwriters?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's almost like a lie. Artist of the year, and the artist. I mean, they performed it, I guess, but they really didn't write it.
Well, in music, writers do get Grammys. But I think in hip hop, they don't have a Grammy for writers. So he is making a point for. I think he's more talking about hip hop with ghostwriter. Yeah. Would that change how you feel about? Would it change how you feel about artists?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Next one. Things that you get you canceled if you say these statements. Go ahead. Go to the next one.
Kanye West is not a musical genius. And as far as him being a producer, he's average at best. Now, producers like Q-Tip, Dilla, No ID, Just Blaze, Pharrell, and Timberland, just to name a few, would produce circles around Kanye West, and have.
Shawnee?
I think Kanye West is an amazing producer. I think it just depends on a person's opinion. I mean, I love Q-Tip. You know that. Who else did he name?
Just Blaze. Just Blaze is
ID. Yeah,
Pharrell,
I mean they're all good.
Pharrell's,
They're all dope. They're all dope, but I mean, I don't think we should be taking that from Kanye. Kanye is dope. I got a whole playlist. Majority of it is nothing but Kanye tracks.
Just remember, Kanye also. You take Kanye's tracks off of Jay-Z's catalog, and there's a gap. I'm not saying Jay-Z ain't Jay-Z, but there's a big gap if you take. So I don't agree with that.
But I mean, not just Jay-Z, but the R&B tracks that Kanye has done.
Oh yeah.
Playlist I got with it's just all Kanye. Everything is Kanye. If it's not him performing, it's somebody else performing to his track.
All right. So we don't agree with that one. Now he's got one on print. Oh, wait, let me read Tam Tam. I don't even want to listen to this dude anymore. His tone and condescending vibe. No, he definitely has an angle and a narrative on what he's trying to do here. Erica, please, when y'all say not agree, put what it is that you don't agree with. Just put like Prince, just put like Drake. This guy's been drinking haterade for breakfast for years. No, you could say that, but now this is his comment on Prince.
Prince went downhill when he stopped working with the Revolution. Sign of the Times was his last great album. And when Prince started rapping, I stopped listening.
Sign of the Times was his last great album. I'd have to see what order they come in. Now I don't know. His last great album. I guess where all of them were just bangers. Did he even put an album out? I remember getting singles from Prince.
What? Listen, I think Prince.
The last song I remember getting from Prince to play on radio was Breakfast Can Wait. And Breakfast Really Could Wait.
But you know what? You got but you got to remember, we music changed for hip hop and R&B stations, and when hip hop took over, we weren't open to listen to anything that wasn't in the box that we played. So and Prince wasn't the person that was gonna be like, honestly, hip hop and R&B stations would not have played Purple Rain. They wouldn't have played Purple Rain
Well,
when everything changed.
I was Urban AC when he came out with Breakfast Can Wait. And Breakfast Can Wait was, he had another one come out though that I was like, yeah, this fits what we're doing. But that Breakfast Can Wait. It's like, yeah, Breakfast Can Wait.
Like
Yeah.
So Prince is a different art. Prince was never a genre to me. He was never a genre, but because radio is based on genres, like even with Michael Jackson, right now, Thriller is claimed to be one of the greatest albums ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think Hot 97 or K104 would have played Beat It?
Not right now.
No. Would have played Beat It? Like, you get the hell out of here. Prince, not agreed. J. Cole is boring and one-dimensional. Go ahead, play it. And this one, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't agree.
Boring, one-dimensional hip-hop for emo kids who were bullied in high school, and for city girls who want to give up being for the streets and start their healing journey.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that at all. I honestly, I think J. Cole's one of the few rappers who will tell you large sums of information about himself or whatever that aren't the cool thing to be. You're not supposed to be scared to have sex. Made a whole song on how he was scared to have sex, didn't know what he was doing, and basically got peer pressured into it. That's not a cool thing that rappers say. All right, let's go to Emmett.
J. Cole is a good storyteller too. He's one of the best storytellers I've heard.
Yeah,
I like listening to him because I like stories he tells.
Go ahead, let's go with Eminem.
Nobody would care. Now, don't get me wrong. Eminem is dope. But if Eminem was a black dude talking about sticking 9-inch nails through each one of his eyelids and killing his mother, black people don't go for that kind of thing.
But they did. Wait, stop right there. But that's because he's a white dude. He's not black. So he's a white kid who talks about other stuff. So,
well, that's what he's saying. If he wasn't white, it wouldn't work.
But if he wasn't white, he probably wouldn't talk about that because that wouldn't be his culture. So you're saying, like, so if he was white, talking like that's what made him, that was what made him great. We were like, oh, never heard that before. People say that about what was that comment? People say that about J. Cole all the time, except for the emo part. All right, let's get to this one.
Kim, KRS-One, and Big Daddy Kane are not in your top 5. You should never talk about hip hop culture, or pick up a microphone. You need to be down and be quiet.
All right, so he said if KRS-One, Rakim, and Big Daddy Kane aren't in your top 5, you should shut up and not talk about hip hop. Now, this is where I talk about old folks in my age group. This is when I talk about old folks in my age group. I agree that KRS-One, Rakim, and Big Daddy Kane, they are in my top 5. But how can you tell somebody who didn't grow up listening to them and tell them that if you don't have them in your top 5, then you shouldn't talk about hip hop? Subjective again. Next one.
SZA and Summer Walker make depressing music for depressed girls who smoke way too much weed and drink wine out of boxes and call each other bro. Just my unpopular opinions.
Now, if that's the case, then Lady Sings the Blues is a pretty damn depressing song for depressing girls. and let's understand, depressing music should be its own genre. There are tons of artists who sing depressing music. What was the M comment? That M comment made no sense. He is white. That's what I said, Afro Queen. He is. So that's why he came from a different. No, if he was black, he wouldn't be talking about that. He'd be talking about other things other than that. That didn't make any sense. Your opinion, Shawnee, on Summer Walker.
I haven't really been big into Summer Walker and SZA, so I can't really comment on it. I'm not familiar with their music like that.
Summer Walker, somebody played a video. It's either Summer Walker or it's Summer Walker, and they have her on stage singing Beauty and the Beast, and she sounds amazing. I don't know what award show had her doing this. I don't know if it's an award show or she was all dressed up in the Beauty and the Beast. I'm not a Beauty and the Beast expert, but she was all dressed up in it. She sounded amazing. Like, I was like, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was Summer Walker. I'm pretty sure that I was like, because I've never downloaded a Summer Walker album. You haven't either?
Yeah, I haven't either. I mean, I know it's some tracks that I have in my playlist where they're featured on them, you know, but I'm not like, oh, I got to hear that new Summer Walker, you know.
Wow. All right. Well, all right, y'all. I don't know who SZA and J. Cole even are. Yes, you do, Ray. Shut up. You know exactly who they are. I know everybody wants.
I can understand, but you got to know who J. Cole is.
Yeah, you know who J. Cole is. I know y'all want us to talk about the Memphis Cops, y'all, but I really wanted to wait till we got all the squares, even though we won't have all the squares. And that was a horrible segue. That was a horrible segue into the Memphis Cops, talking about 5 things you can say to get, or 10 things you can say to get you canceled. Go ahead, Shawnee. Take it away. You go get it. Cause I'm mentally exhausted.
Want to pick something? Okay, well, you don't want to do Memphis Cops, so
I'm not saying I don't want to. I'm saying, do you want to? If you want to, give your opinion on everything on the Memphis Cops, because I don't even have the energy right now to get all.
I don't really want to. I haven't seen the video that everybody else has seen, and just hearing about it, I kind of don't want to see it. So yeah, I think it'd be best when we got all 4 squares here to talk about that.
Which probably won't even be this week, will it?
I don't think so. I have to talk to Lady Q again.
All right, so, let me take it.
We got, you don't need a man to have a child, or Khalees speaks on Nas being a not so good father.
All right, it's irresponsible if we don't talk about the Memphis Cops.
Okay, so you want to talk about the Memphis Cops?
Yeah, it's irresponsible to have a show.
Okay, so we have video of the Memphis Cops.
How long is it? Because I've seen it so much that I can't. How long is it?
It's not the beating. This talks about how the Memphis Cops set themselves up when they were performing this crime,
right,
to try to get off. So they kind of explain certain things that they do and how I hate to use the word corrupt, how corrupt the police department is in some cases, not all, but it just shows the look behind the Iron Curtain or whatever it's called. So you want to watch the video?
Let's go ahead. Play it.
Because I'm not doing a good job of explaining.
No, you did fine.
Conversations we've had about training, there was something very peculiar that I noticed about the video as I watched it.
The audio?
The audio.
Bingo.
Because if you're listening to these officers, you hear them say the golden words, "He reached for my gun." You hear them say that, and the reason they're saying that, for audience members who don't understand, they're already trying to line up their stories after the fact. They're talking about everything that happened because they're trying to
was he on drugs?
Correct.
It's like, are you coming up with your alibi real time?
They're coming
Is it
up
that
with
you
their
know
defense.
you have body cam on you?
They are coming up with their defense in the moment. That for all the conversation about training and culture that we have over and over again, these officers knew what to say.
That phrase, "Sir, stop resisting," is something we are all taught in the academy. And I use the word caught. It was a Freudian slip for a reason. We were told in the academy, you use those words, stop resisting, instead of saying, "F you, you're a piece of shit," blah, 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 because of the public's perception around you. We were told in the academy, you want the public as witnesses watching you saying, "Sir, stop resisting, sir, stop resisting." So when they're witnesses in court, they can say, yeah, the officer was telling them to stop resisting, and he did resist. You fast forward now, everybody knows that "sir, stop resisting" phrase is an ingrained phrase, and it's a bunch of guys, men and women who are in law enforcement, even civilians. How are you supposed to comply when the second you're being taken down and there's no breath in between commands given? Put your hands back, stop resisting, cop, you've no time to do it as they're pounding on you. How can you physically, literally comply with police orders?
Okay.
All right. So when I first saw the video, and it's a long video, there were a long periods of time where you couldn't see anything. And I think strategically they did that because they knew the body cam was on. And you did hear them. He wouldn't, they did hear them yelling out, stop resisting, which was so obvious. But they must be used to doing this ploy in Memphis for so long that this was just par for the course. And after it was all done is when I realized that they were trying to get their stories together. And Don Page, you probably should watch it, even though it's going to shock you, but you know what you're about to see. When the guy is laying there, and now in this time we realize when the guy was laying there and dying, leaned up, sitting down, leaning against the car, handcuffed. That's when they started really getting their stories together. They were really having a conversation with each other as if a man wasn't sitting there dying. And they were saying things like, man, he was so strong. He must have been on something. He must have been on something repeatedly. Now, come to find out, when we got everything, we realized the guy was 140 pounds and 5 of y'all took turns killing this dude. Then the story was, no, he grabbed from my gun. They were actually explaining each other the story as if the alibi was being created right there. The only problem is they didn't know how big this story was going to get. They assumed that this story was going to stay in Memphis, go in front of Memphis prosecutors, go in front of whatever, their lieutenant or sergeant or whatever. They had no idea that it would turn into this because they didn't know that this man, they essentially killed him. And they started talking about how he reached for my gun and he had it good. He had it good, yo. He had it good. But he was high as a mug. He was literally, if you watch the video, this is what they're saying as the man is sitting there dying. No ambulance is there. None. And they watch this man die. The fact that they had a squad, that their squad that did this was called, they had a name. Scorpion Squad. Street crime operations to restore peace in our neighborhoods. In a 50-person unit with the mission of bringing down crime levels in a particular area. Listen, I can only repeat what everybody has said. The man asked why he was being stopped. And y'all dragged him out. And y'all made it, the only person who was calm was that person. He was the only person that was calm. That was it. Y'all were a gang. Y'all were a gang. Y'all weren't police officers. Y'all were a gang who rolled up on somebody. Now, I know this is why this story there's whole different angles on this. And I know people are saying, y'all see how the FOPs, the police union ain't standing up for them. They ain't making no statements for them. Fine. They're not. They do it for the white boys. Fraternity of police. And everybody's like, they do it for the white guys. I don't care. One person put it clear, and I'm not going to say it as elegantly as they said. You got into this police mentality thinking you were one of them. And you're never one of them. We are never one of them. The treatment they get is not the treatment we're going to get. But you decided, instead of to protect and serve your own folks, you decided you were going to pick a team. You were going to pick a team. And you picked it. And you performed as a gang. Now, the outrageous part about this is that what gets lost is guys like Jason Whitmore are going to make crazy statements that take everything away from what the focus should be. And it's uncomfortable what he's saying. And I don't technically agree with what he's saying. What I'm agreeing with, I don't agree with him. What I agree with, until we have conversations that make us totally uncomfortable, ain't nothing going to change. Even though I hate to be Debbie Downer. Ain't nothing going to change. They got us. The master plan is in work. They got us. So this is sad. This is disgusting. They're going to go to jail. Like, trust me. This is going to be the thing that they use to say, we did do something. Do you see? No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. Because I can name a whole bunch of other situations that have happened recently that cops are going free. But it's disgusting. It's bizarre. but it's the violent society that we live in, that people in power believe that when they're in power, this is how they can use their power.
Nicole, did they like? What I don't understand is why they beat the man so bad. Did one of them know him, or did something happen?
There is a random Rick review. One police needed to be jailed. This is a bit out there. You ever think these are planned attacks to keep the divide going, like the evil people behind it sacrificed these poor kids to further hate and slash divide? I don't think that's crazy. But nobody will talk about aspects like that. But to your comment, Shawnee, there is no truth. There's been no facts to this. There is a story that this young man was messing with one of the police officers' ex. This is all
wondering, yeah.
This is all rumor. None of this has been substantiated. All of this is rumor that one of the dude's ex was messing with this guy, which kind of makes more sense on why they rolled up on him like this. But none of that is factual. And guess what? If that is true, I doubt that will ever come out. And I hope it does come out. Because the man was 80 yards away from his house yelling for his mom because he wanted to see if she could hear it. The sad thing is I have become immune to all of the police beatings and shootings. I'm just over it right now. Can we all just get along? We're numb. We don't know what to do. Random Rick made that comment. I looked at the little protest, that was on the bridge, and I am so weirded out by that protest that I feel like those people ain't really people from Memphis that did that protest. But I'm not going to get into all speculation because stuff like that never comes. Everybody just is told that they're crazy for thinking things like this. So yeah, Shawnee, to your point, there is a rumor out there, and once again, I'll repeat, it's just a rumor that somebody knew this kid, and it's despicable, and it's everything. It's everything. But then once again, it's just used as something, and hopefully these guys will go to jail. Hopefully they will go to prison, and it will be. But it's not going to bring the guy back. And who wants, really, nobody wants to die, but who wants their last moments on earth laying handcuffed to a ground, and he keeps falling down on the ground out of all the pain they put him through, and they keep lifting him back up, and they keep walking around him. That was his last. Those are his last moments on earth. I mean, he died later in the hospital, but those are the last things that man had to deal with. I don't know what else to say. Sometimes I think we give humans too much credit. We're supposed to be civilized. We give humans too much credit. The first video when they stopped him shows he got away.
Yeah. He got away to where?
That's when he took off. I think he took off and was like, yeah, these cats are. And that was another thing. When he took off, it was like, almost feels like he knew what was about to go down for a reason. Like he knew, but all of these are just my little assumptions, y'all. That's all it is. Just my little assumptions. I ain't got nothing to verify this. But he took off like, yeah, it's about to go down. They got me. They finally got me. And that whole thing, give me your hands. Dude, one guy had one arm going this way and the other guy had one arm going this way. So in essence, you had his hands. Mm-hmm. And when he said, why are you pulling me over? Why couldn't you just tell him? The cops were probably embarrassed. Then these dummies pepper sprayed each other. They were so reckless. They pepper sprayed him and pepper sprayed each other. And you know what they did when they got the guy and he put him in handcuffs? They poured water in their eyes to clear their eyes up. That's how stupid, heinous, and ridiculous this whole thing was. And y'all sat around that dude like y'all got into a fight at the club. Y'all talked exactly the way I've had my boys talk about a fight at the club. Why this man, and y'all on duty. sharing the story. Where were you at? I didn't see you. No, when I saw him running, I knew then when we was going to have to go there. Yeah, and then he grabbed my gun. Yo, and he had it good too. Yo, he's high as a mug. Yo, he was high as a mug. They said he was high as a mug. And the crazy part is the reason why they said mug is because they were being recorded by them body cam, and they made sure the body cams could see everybody telling the story.
Mm.
Then the one guy with the baton comes in and bangs him up a few times. Then he turns around so the camera isn't seeing the rest of the beatdown. The beatdown is the reason why the beatdown and the murder. Let me not say the beatdown. The murder was on video was because the street light had a camera. So the street light caught the dude sucker punching him like 3 times. Like they was taking turns.
So what did the police chief have to say about all this?
She said this squad was out of control. She said everything, including they're fired, they're being charged, and then another person made a good analogy, not analogy, but her angle was, it's funny how we were always told when cops do this that they can't rush to judgment, that you have to go through the process. Well, in this case, we've been proven that they don't have to go through that process because they were fired, they were charged, and now they're going to court. What was that last comment that just popped up in there?
Random.
The bar to be a cop is way too low, it seems. I mean, look at this disgusting people. Like you said, we give humans too much credit to being civilized. We really do. We tap ourselves on the shoulder all the time. We're civilized. We're the civilized species. Yeah, sure we are.
I know at one point, I know some cities you have to have a degree to be a police officer. You have to have a degree in criminal justice.
Yeah, this problem is so much this problem, man. It makes you depressed of life. It just makes you it makes you depressed. All right, y'all. It's been the Me and Shawnee show today. Hopefully we'll get Sexy Mo back on here tomorrow. And what else do we have to promote? Oh, don't forget March 2nd. This is the bad segue because I'm telling you, I'm mentally exhausted watching this every day. And they do this on purpose. They do this on purpose. This is why what social media is the gift and the curse. Because they do this on purpose, just like one of our watchers just said. I'm numb to it. I think it was Don Pay said, I'm numb to all this stuff. We're used to people being destroyed and killed like this. We're used to it. But
well, man. I mean, speaking of cops, there's one cop that's in the news again. The lady that slept with her coworkers.
Yeah, here goes giving human civilization, the human species, too much credit. So yeah, I heard she got an offer. The lady who got run through by the Tennessee cops.
Yeah, the Tennessee cop who slept with 6 male colleagues has been offered $10,000 to perform at a strip club after being fired from her job. So I wonder if she's gonna go on tour or start a what's the name of that site? You get paid?
Oh, the OnlyFans.
Yeah. She and her husband, because I understand that she and her husband were in on this. So like the husband ain't leaving her. He was a part of this too.
And we're such degenerates that
I mean, well, this is okay. So this is my thing with this situation. She and her husband live this type of lifestyle. So why are we firing her if she's not offended? Nobody's offended. Nobody's upset.
Yeah, just the same way TJ Holmes got fired. You can't fraternize. And you can't do it while you guys are supposed to be actually doing police officer work. Guess she might as well. Yeah, she might as well. And the strip clubs will be packed. This is why I say we give humans too much damn credit. They will be packed. For what? What are we packing a strip club for to see her for? But it will be packed.
I guess they want to see the show that everybody else got.
So, and that's illegal. She can't do that show.
Why she can't do that show?
She can't let people run through her. That's prostitution.
No.
That's the show.
I didn't mean that. I mean, I guess, whatever her lead.
That's the only show she could do. What other show can she do? Was she going to do a lecture
tour? It's a strip club. She dancing, right?
Don't nobody want to see her dance. The dudes that smashed her up didn't want to see her dance. She was just a co-worker that she allowed everybody to smash out. This girl got to have an Instagram page, even though she probably took it down.
Maybe not. What's her name?
I don't even know that child's name. I don't know. Shawnee, tomorrow we should do those southern sayings that I have no idea what you're talking about. We do the southern sayings tomorrow, but I bless her heart. I thought bless her heart really meant bless her heart. I didn't know it meant she's stupid.
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying your elevator don't go all the way to the top.
I love the 360 show. What's the 360 show? What's that mean?
She's talking about Media Room 360.
Oh, thank you. The 360 show, Media Room 3. I'm slow, y'all. All right, tomorrow
bless your heart.
Bless your heart. I didn't know bless her heart meant the bitch was stupid. I didn't know. Bless her heart. So now I'm saying it. Bless her heart. I got the comedy show going down February 11th right there. Comedy meets house music. Me, my man Will Wright. And I'm going to be on IG Live at 7 o'clock promoting that Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to my girl Danielle Douglas. She's promoting it. Shout out to the DJs that are going to be rocking the after party. So I'm getting myself ready for February 11th at Touch of Class in Delran, New Jersey. If you go to my Instagram and you're on the East Coast, make sure you scan that code right there. You can actually get them tickets simple and plain. You'll be right there in the building. It's February 11th. It's going to go down. Not the Becky they looking for in the strip club. Stacey Mitchell said, me and hubby are coming. Okay, put the pressure on me, Stacey. You and hubby coming. So we're going to have a good time. Also, you can follow me at Mike Shawn Comedy. You can follow Shawnee at Shawnee Scott on air. And we will be back tomorrow. You know how we close out the show. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness and never let anyone take it from you. Michael Shawn, Shawnee Scott, normally Sexy Mo, normally Jay Black. Once again, congratulations to Jay Black and Mo. They are big Eagle fans. They are going to the big game, the Super Bowl, against the Kansas City Chiefs, just like the NFL wanted. Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. It's just me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.